Well, Paul, at half-time I expect you were delighted with the 2-0 performance, and of course it ended 2-2. Must be frustrated once again.
I'm not downbeat. I think we've just got to realise, we've come to a club here, with a football league history, huge club. Look at the surroundings.
It's superb, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. It just shows you that the amount of resources that some clubs are throwing at this season to get up into the National League. And I keep explaining. Our pathway is probably a little bit different. That's not want of ambition. There's still ambition here, but we're building. We've come in. We've been really competitive. We're coming at half-time 2-0. We knew that Boston were going to throw everything at us. I think we wobbled for 10 minutes, if I'm honest, Paul, and the 10 minutes cost us really. Just a couple of lapses of concentration. But saying that, we got ourselves back in the game, and for the rest of the game, it was probably an even game. But I called on, after the Brackley game in terms of wanting to turn the draws into wins. Boys, you just reminded me then that we've just played Brackley. That I've got ambitions to get promoted, and we've come to a Boston United side that our aspirations and ambitions to get out of this league this year. So, 2 tough away games, and is it 2 good points on the road? Yeah, it is. Have we had the opportunity to get 6? Probably so, but. The little lapse of concentration for the 10 minutes has ultimately cost us. But take nothing away from Boston. Look, you're not just the players on the pitch and the players, and they've got people like Rose that aren't actually in the starting 16. So they've got an abundance of good players, and you can tell that. But I say we're growing. I think we're getting better. I think we're embracing who we are and where we are. And I wouldn't want the players to enjoy the ride. We've got to knuckle down now. We've got some really good games coming on, home games, and that's where I'm probably looking for us to push on and try and get those 3 points on the board instead of the 1. I don't know what is that. 1 defeating 10, I think, and that game was away to York. And
that was a 10-minute spell, wasn't it?
It was. Am I expecting everything to be finalised overnight? No. As you've just seen tonight, the door will keep revolving. If good players become available, we'll try and get them. They'll have to come within our budget, but we'll keep working hard. We'll keep pushing. But I think from where we are, from where we were last season, we're improving, and I want us to. All I've said is this season is that there needs to be an improvement of where we are and what we want to become, and I can see that. We come into places, and when these went up to Farsley only a week ago and thumped them 4-0 on their own. They've got good players, but I'm trying to get across to us. We've got good players. I want them to embrace coming to places like this and to love the ball. We've got some good players, technically gifted players that move the ball around quickly. We saw that at Brackley. Just he's disappointed. When you're 2-0 up at half-time away from home, you have to be disappointed that you haven't got that. Seen it out, but it's frustrating. Supporters will be probably frustrated, watching it at home. But I think everyone can probably see that we are we're working extremely hard and we are pushing, and. I hear some of the comments about us now, and some of the comments, some of them are good, some of them are disrespectful. I prefer the disrespectful ones, if I'm honest, Paul, because it means we're affecting people, and we're not a walkover as we probably were a few times last season. We'll keep pushing, and that's all we can do.
Just the left-hand side seems to be a bit of a problem. Quite a lot of the goals that come from there. You brought in Liam Hughes, a massive forward, who looked quite good actually out there in the short time he was on. Are you thinking of trying to bring in any defenders to look at that left-hand position?
Well, I read some of the comments today about Liam being a centre forward. Liam. Liam can play. He played as a right winger for me at Barrow, and was really effective. Technically, he's absolutely excellent. He's out of this world. He can play centre half. He can play centre midfield. Very, very versatile guy. We understood. What we don't want to do with Pez is run him into the ground. He's been such a brilliant guy, not just on the pitch but off the pitch with the players, and that his good experience has been fantastic. He's rubbed off on some of the younger players in a way that you can't coach. He's brought them out of the shell a little bit, and does what a manager can't do, which is take them to one side and give them that kind of love that I can't give them. And it's just, we're going to be evolving, Paul. There will be times when we're still looking for defenders. We've still got Chiz that should be back now running, so it'd be a massive plus for us. So Chapman, look, we're going to be strengthening. If good players come available. So if the good players are available can make us better, then and obviously they come within our wage budget. We'll be looking for them. But we're not doing bad. We've had some tough games of late. We've come to places, we come here and watch them beat Alfreton. So I watched the Farsley game today, and it's men against boys against the Farsley. They won the game 4-0.
They're a good football inside Boston, aren't they? You can see that in that first half. I mean, when they were 2-0 down, and really they didn't deserve to be 2-0 down.
Well, when people say football, good footballing sides, they play a lot of their football in the final third. If you looked at what they did, and we warned the boys, is it comes out to the centre back, who usually hits the big diag to Big Burrows, a 9, who's probably for me the best target man at this level of football, and they play off there, and then they go and play. It's when people say is it good football? It's effective football, and they've got good players that get around the second phase, and then they can hurt you. We saw that at Farsley. But yeah, it's sometimes it's a fashion. You look at the surroundings, and we get called quite direct. But you look at our pitch, and we have to be direct on our pitch. You can't pass the ball. We go to York, and in the second half and have 65% possession and pass the ball about. But that's just nature, and that's just human beings.
Well, that's it now, Paul, isn't it? We've had these away games, done exceptionally well in all of them, really. All draws have been against good teams. We're now back on our own patch, a series of home games, different style of football, different pitch, a different challenge. Yeah,
it is, and like I say, it's been tough, Paul, because we've got some gifted footballers. I think anyone that when I first come in saw that we want good players to come in and move the ball about, be creative. It's been tough on our own pitch, but I can't moan. The players can't moan. No one can moan about it. We have to find solutions. No one's going to feel sorry for us if we don't win a game on our pitch because we're playing it wrong. We've got to find a solution. We think we find a solution, but the proof's in the pudding in getting those consistent 3 points at home now. If we get the consistent 3 points and we put those 3 points in the games in hand that we've got, then we'll be in a real healthy position. If we don't, we'll consistently be in and around where we are, and probably be looking up at one or two. But I've got faith. I've always said that I don't want to really look at the table never look at it till after about 30 games, whether my remit's been to win the league or to avoid relegation. I've never looked at it till 30 games because I don't believe in it. It's a waste of time. My teams usually finish strong. I've always been confident in putting a formula together and a process together. And I think the good thing with this place is, speaking to the chairman regularly, speaking to the owner and the board, is that this is a process of putting a squad together that's going to be competitive over the next 12 to 18 months. And I think they're very focused on our goal rather than winning battles initially. Now it's actually winning the war and finishing our goals, which is to be really competitive at the top of this league. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think the players are enjoying it. It's a bit of a shame that the supporters aren't in, with the boys. But hey, look, we've just got to get our heads down and carry on with it.
Okay, Paul, thank you. We'll see you against Gateshead on Saturday at Latimer Park.
Thank you.